Hey everybody, it's Stuart with Wine on the Dime, and today I'm going to be reviewing the 2020 La Posta Glorieta Pinot Noir from Isaías Prieto. It is from Mendoza, Argentina. It's 13.5% alcohol by volume, and I bought it at my local grocery store, HEB. It was under $15. I can't remember the exact amount. Alright, so from a color standpoint, I'm going to give you a pale ruby, no artifacts, no cloudiness. Alright, so on the nose, so cherry, raspberry. There's a little bit of kind of like a rosemary, a little bit of clove, maybe a tiny bit of vanilla in there as well. The alcohol is about medium intensity. The nose is medium plus. There's a little bit of a strawberry, but it's like the deeper you go, the more the strawberry goes away. Like, it's there, it's gone. There's also a slight florality. That's like a kind of like a generic purple flower, but I can't really get to it, which is weird because I don't really think of Pinot Noir as a floral wine in that way. Anyway, with all that being said, how does it taste? Medium body, medium tannins, medium plus to, I'm just going to say high acid. It has high acid because everything just started watering the moment I started talking about the acid. Whoa! The fruit notes are tart, as you could probably tell. Everything, I mean, just the acid just makes this a very tart Pinot Noir. There's also a really strong soily element that goes from about halfway through the mid palate into the approach. It's like potting soil dust. It's like if you were to kind of throw some in the air and like walk through it and go like with your mouth open. I know that's a weird thing to say, but I mean, if you do things like that, you understand what I'm talking about. And just taste the soil in the air, and that's what you get. The thing about this wine though is that it has a short finish, but it goes on for longer than that, because then you get this like tart soily effect going on in the palate, which to me I'm not finding enjoyable, so I can't count it past short. And then on top of that, by the time, like right around the time that the fruit elements go away in the finish and I'm kind of left with that earthy tart note, after a few sips I'm also recognizing that there's like a overly cooked burnt coffee creeping in, like coffee bean. It's not I don't enjoy that part of it. So with all that being said, how's it rate? Well, let's get to the blick and find out. So from a balance standpoint, I'm going to give you half a point. The acid's really high, but the other aspects of the wine are kind of aligned with the structure, at least from a body standpoint, that I'm kind of looking for a Pinot Noir. Like, you have the right amount of body, you have the right amount of alcohol. The acid, is, like I said, is really high, but the other parts of it are there, so I'm going to go ahead and give you half a point. In terms of length, short finish, 0.25. Intensity, medium plus on the nose for some things, mostly medium. And then on the palate, well, I mean, I would say it's about medium all around, but the finish is where, like, I'm hoping that there would be intensity to carry some of these nice elements into the finish, and it's just not there. And then in terms of complexity, so on the nose, this wine actually has a decent amount of complexity. On the palate, all that complexity is there, but like I said, I think the finish of this one is just kind of throwing me a little bit, because you go from having what has a lot of just this nice, those pretty strong in the acid, palate coming off of smelling it on the nose, everything aligns, but then like you have those weird elements that kick in to the finish, and it just kind of ruins everything else that stuff set up. However, though, those other things are there, so I'm going to go ahead and give you half a point. So, in the end, you're 1.75 if I did my math correctly. I'm not going to give you good. The really reason why is that finish. That finish really screws stuff up with this wine, because those bitter, those ultra tart elements just do not work on at least my palate. And so, like, if I was going to be buying a Malbec from Argentina, or even a Syrah from Argentina, I wouldn't buy this one blended together. Maybe those wines would be good separate, who knows, but I have a feeling like they tried to blend this together because there were flaws in both of those wines, and it just didn't work out. Or who knows, maybe this is just really not a match with my type of palate, but I'm not gonna buy this wine again. Anyway, this has been Stuart with Wine on the Dime. If you liked today's video, please like, subscribe, and comment. Have you had the 2020 La Posta Glorieta Pinot Noir from Argentina? I'd be interested to know if you have. Leave a comment below, and I'll see you all again soon with another review from Wine on the Dime.